Sometimes you may be interested in the integer result of division along with its remainder rather than the fractional result. For example, from the album database. In our album database, we keep the duration of a track as the number of seconds. So we can see here the number of seconds. We can display that using a built-in function in MySQL called seconds to time. And this will show it in the built-in time format that MySQL uses, which is hours, minutes, and seconds. But I don't really like that. I don't want to show hours, minutes, and seconds. I want to show just minutes and seconds. And MySQL does not have a built-in function for that. So we will create one. Here's how we do that using div and mod. Div and mod are functions that return the integer result and the remainder result, respectively, from a division operation. So here's what this looks like. Now we have just minutes and seconds. Like for instance, Red House way down here is 13 minutes and 6 seconds. Or up here we have Bright Lights Big City, 5:20. Basin Street Blues, 4:56. The way this works, break this down a little bit. We use the concat function, which we've seen before, and it begins here with this parenthesis and ends here with this parenthesis. And what concat does is it concatenates strings. It puts them together. So we have the first part of it right here, which is the minutes part. And then we have a literal string for the colon, and then this lpad function for the seconds part. Now the minutes part is simple. It's the duration divided by 60, but this is the integer division with the div function. If we used a slash, that would give us the floating point division. That's not what we want. We want the integer division, which gives us just the division part and not the remainder. Then we have our literal string for the colon, separates the minutes from the seconds. Now the seconds uses this mod operator to give us the remainder. Mod stands for modulo, which is a mathematical term that means the remainder part of an integer division. And it wraps that into an lpad function. Now what lpad does is it pads the left side of a string. And so in this case we're padding it so that it's 2 characters long, and we're padding it with zeros if it's not 2 characters already. For example, in this row here, the remainder part of that division is 44. That's already 2 characters, so it doesn't get padded. But if we look down here at Stardust, that's 5 minutes and 8 seconds. So the 8 seconds part has to get padded with that leading 0 so that it looks right. This is what you expect to see in minutes and seconds, 5:08, not just 5:8, which would be, technically correct, but we're used to seeing it with the leading 0 on the seconds part. So this is a practical application of using div and mod. Integer division. Div and mod are integer division operators, and they're very useful. Div performs integer division and returns the integer result without the remainder. Mod performs integer division and returns the remainder part.